guys, welcome. This is a surprise live. I am back from North Carolina. I missed my TikTok Tuesday art tribe. I miss you guys so bad. So I cut my hair, cut my nails, and I'm cutting my time on social media. So this is a year of just chop, 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 chop. So y'all, when we were down in North Carolina, you know the story is the plan was in my mind to do the Cape Charles thing for like 5 years and then move on down to North Carolina, right? Cape Charles, Virginia, by the beach. So the more I thought about it, the more I wanted just to go straight to North Carolina, Cherokee. And so I mentioned it to my husband, which happened to be feeling the same way. I love that when we're in sync like that, especially on big things. This is huge, you know? So anyway, we were both excited to know that the other person was thinking the same thing. Let's just skip it and go straight to North Carolina, Cherokee. So that's what we're gonna do. Welcome. So yeah, we went down hunting for log cabins, the lodge-looking things with the deck and the big windows, and we just want a family-style home where, you know, the places you rent on VRBOs, why rent it anymore? Just get one, and then all of the family can come and visit and stay, right? So, fun. Alright, so this is a piece of wood. I wish I could remember it. If my sister was here, she might remember. Anyway, it's from Sherry and Eddie, my sis, who I'm always arting with. And he does woodworking. I don't know if it's walnut, cypress, but look at the grain. It almost looks like horsehair. It's just amazing. So I have to do something with it. So I'm thinking, since the mountain and the river is all fresh in my mind from North Carolina, I'm thinking maybe we'll wet it down and use some unicorn spit and see what, if a mountain and stream pop up. So I brought all of this down to North Carolina for my sis and I to play with unicorn spit, and then I lost the 2 palettes that I had brought that we were going to paint on. So, and I came back looking for them in my studio and they're still not around, so I don't know what I did with them. So it's the ones that kind of look like this, you know, but they're that color still. So that was going to be what we were going to do. So anyway, when I got there wasn't anything to do. And then they brought that wood, but by that time we were talking. I didn't want to stop talking. Anyway, so I won't be using any gesso yet because the gesso will make the unicorn spit not be able to reactivate, and I like to let it be able to reactivate on the wood, so I won't be using gesso. Throw that down there. Alright, so how is everybody? Welcome. Grat! Hey man, how are you? Oh, my favorite. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh, I saw your dragon, your wood-burn dragon on Facebook, and somebody's like, they wanted it. And that's awesome. You know, it's good when you just post something and people are like, is it for sale? That's beautiful. It was beautifully done. Bravo. I hope you sold it. That's my brother in the background. If you hear him, Ed Williams. He writes and performs all of this music. Alright, I'm not sure what colors to use on this wood, but is that not gorgeous? And he sawed it off so it sits flat. The back, I'm going to put like little clay mushrooms and make a little, you know, whatever it's called, a scene back there. But this is going to be mountains in North Carolina, I'm thinking. So this is water, and I'm just going to spritz it all over it and get it real wet and let all that grain open up. This really does help get that unicorn spit down inside. which is what we want to do. You know, and dips and stuff in here. That's going to be so amazing. I'm looking at it, wondering if I could get like mountains with a waterfall. And I'm trying to find the natural flow of this wood before I start on it, because I just want to enhance the wood and then go a little farther. You know what I mean? I want to honor the grain, praise the grain, as Michelle Nicole says. She is the creator of the Unicorn Spit, in case you didn't know. Yeah, so I'm going to be bailing, I think, on my social media. So I'm not sure, you know. I guess what I'm going to do is just not do a regular time, just pop on when I can. And as long as I can do it twice a week, that's still one more than is required according to the statistics. So that's what I think I'm going to. You're making another one. Good. Yes. Are you coloring it at all with a spit or anything? Or are you just doing the wood grain? Alright, so I'm going to start, I think, with some blues. And this is a regular Blue Thunder. And this is the blue sparkling, the Sapphire Swift. I don't think I'm going to be using that yet. Here's a Blakaboo Peacock. That's like a green blue. And here's some with the Copper Flash. That's the Capricorn. It's this one. It's got a copper flash at the bottom. And that shows up randomly, so I'm just going to put some on, just random, everywhere. Just dropping the Blue Thunder. And that's the regular Unicorn Spit. So the Artistic Vivations are the metallics, and they have the blend of sparkles and iridescence and metallics. So that's what that was. Here's a Capricorn. So in my mind's eye, I'm seeing this as a vignette, very dark around the edges, and then fading into different colors of blues as it comes towards the center. But we shall see what actually happens. I think I'll get a big brush and get it damp with water. And just start with the outside. That's that dark, dark blue. The Capricorn has the metallic copper flash at the bottom of it. And if it hits and misses on these areas, that's fine. Hits and miss on grain ends up to look beautiful. You can still see some of the brown coming through, which is nice. And that's why it's nice to work, when you're working with wood, to work with the Unicorn Spit or something that has some sort of transparency in it maybe, so you can continue to see the grain, if you like that. Some people do, some people don't. Get a bunch of that bluish out of there, and then wet it down a lot. I'm going to put some bright yellow, and I know it's going to turn green, and that's okay with me. Ooh, look at the pretties. It's going to be woodsy, so I'm going to want some blues and greens and yellows and everything. So why not? Now I'm looking like I'm covering up all the wood, which I said I wasn't going to do. I'm going to get this really wet, this paper towel. And just blend it out, making the ends a little bit darker and more solid, the edges. Getting down into all of those little nooks and crannies like that with the water. But look how pretty that's turning out. It's going to be a piece for the mantle, I think. Ooh, I love it. All right, now let's get some white going on. Again, I'm just dropping it around. You know, the woods, after looking at them, walking all through the woods when I was down in Cherokee, you realize when there is light coming through, it's not a solid chunk like it is out here in the middle of the street, right? Because there are trees and rocks and rivers and mountains, lots and lots of trees. So it's all broke up. The light comes through in bits and pieces. And I love that. So I want kind of that feeling on this wood that the light is coming through in bits and pieces. Now, I don't know exactly how I'm going to get that, but that's the goal eventually. Here, I've got Mom's magical brush. I'll use that. Get some water on it. My sister's doing great. She is getting out of the hospital and going home. My niece is taking care of her. She's an EMT, but she's asked for some time off, family time, so she can take care of her. And I just am so grateful. Oh, this mossy. Wow. Oh, I love it. I just keep changing the colors. Light, dark, light, dark. And I'll just do this back and forth for the longest time. And then I can go ahead and put some dark, dark mountains, like their silhouette, maybe. And yellow is super bright now. Boom. Isn't it weird how it changes? I could just put crystals in there and call it good. That's wild. Love it. All right. I like that a lot. Let me get some black. If I can find some black. It's somewhere in these little containers that work out real nice. So that's the teal, and this is Midnight's Blackness. And I'm just going to make some tree trunks with this Midnight's Blackness. That's what this is. I want lots of trees. Just lines, basically, tree trunk lines. And I'm going to take some squirrel, which is the brown regular unicorn spec. Looks like, I believe this is squirrel. It's just like that. Kind of a sienna. And I've got it in this little bottle. What if you put some vines on it with sculpting putty? Yes, Grat. Yes, I want to do something like that on this big chunky part where it's got all of the crevices. Yes, that's a great idea. I was looking at some cheats on how to do that. Like little, not stickers, but little molds, you know. Okay, I'm going back up these same lines or close to it that I have with the black, with this squirrel, with the brown. Let's see. Something not too wet of a brush. Ooh, that was neat. Just did one trunk right there. Let me try it again. That's so exciting. You ready? All right, here we go. Watch. Watch, watch. There's the top of the tree, and I'm just coming down. And they don't have to be straight. Trees are not straight, right? Maybe I'll go up. And I'll come back down. This is so cool. Look. Easy peasy. All of this is basically for the background. So that's why it doesn't really matter if you're like, ooh, that was a bad stroke right there. That doesn't look like a tree. That's okay, because it's just the background. And you know, we paint over that background a million times. Don't worry. It's going to be fine. All right, so I've got trees, tree trunks. Those are the dark lines that you see. All right. Ooh. I might have put too much green in, because now if I go to put green, they're not going to really see it, like branches and stuff. But that's all right. I'm going to go ahead and put some blue in here. I think I'll start with white, though, as if it was white water. Let's see. Where do you see a waterfall? Because there's waterfalls all over Cherokee. Waterfalls that you can climb on and explore. All right, I want it at the top, I guess. I don't know. Maybe here. That looks like a nice place to start a waterfall. I'm just going to drag it. I think I'm going to drag it into here. And then it'll come out there. This may all go away. I don't know. But if it doesn't, I think it will be very cool to be kind of split, right? So there's the idea of the waterfall. Now let's see what happens if we put some Zyateel on there. I don't know why I would put it right in the center, but I did. The Zyateel is nice because it's still white enough that you feel like you're looking at white when you're looking at a water feature. But it's darker, shaded, so it's like if it's in the shade and you're still seeing water, that's how it is in my head. Here's some black. I'm going to pick that up. Got black and brown. I'm just going to go sideways, make this a bigger lake up here. Now I'm just going to drag that. So you get an idea of the waterfall. There it is. It's getting there. Isn't it neat? It's kind of mossy looking, but doesn't look like North Carolina, but it's pretty. I guess it would in some parts. All right, let me do a little bit of rock building around our waterfall. So let's see, I want rocks here, here, and so that's my squirrel, and a little bit of the black, maybe Midnight's Blackness. Ooh, that was a lot. I'm just pushing that dark underneath, building up some sort of something other than green right here. I like the misty look that just happened when you just start pushing it in with your brush that has water on it. It starts changing it. So pretty. Thank you, Grat. I appreciate that. Welcome, Rebecca. Thank you. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty, pretty piece, I think. I'm just taking my brush and sliding it smearing it, making it a little more misty down here maybe. I see I have to get something, piece of wood or something. Oh, surgery there. No problem. Okay, so this right here is definitely want to be foamy, spray, waterfall type look. You can feel it when you look at it, right? It wants to break out. So I'm just going to put a damp brush on it and let it do it. I think I might need a lake, more of a lake down here. And again, I've got some more pieces of wood just kind of, maybe I should have sanded this a little. I didn't sand it at all. Just start painting. Oh, I like it though. I want to get this back to something darker. So let me just get my brush damp and come down the side and push that dark into the water where I don't want it to be. So easy to move this unicorn spit around. It's not like the paint. I like how sometimes the water is really obvious and sometimes it's not. This has to be more squared off, I think. And I do want some sun up here or something. Oh, I like that brown down there. Just a little touch of that brown is pretty. Anyway, it's getting there. Oh, it's so pretty. Even if I didn't want to do another thing with it, it would look so cool on a mantle, I think. Simplified waterfalls. Love it. Gorgeous. Anyway, well, I'll figure out what I'm doing. I know that I will still be painting twice a week, once here and once on Facebook, and I will post the ones here to YouTube, the Cape Charles Art on YouTube. So I'll still be doing that. And I'll keep you posted as to what we're doing. So this last side over here will be our little mushrooms and stuff that we work with epoxy clay. Hopefully a fairy land. But this side, I still want to put a little mountains and stuff like that, but we're going to let it dry, and I'll probably seal it so this part doesn't move around. And then we'll keep painting on it with unicorn spit, and it'll be pretty. Alright guys, love you, and thanks for hanging out with me on this random day. Love you guys. Thank you, hubby. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.